I love coming back to Whistler at the end of the year because it really does bring you back to the reasons why you got in and why you started sliding. Being able to have the Vancouver 2010 Olympics here and have the venues here in my own backyard and being just from North Vancouver has been incredible. That's the reason why I got into skeleton. I've been given the nickname the Legacy Baby, and it's because I'm one of the first direct products of the Vancouver 2010 Olympic Games.
They were 8, 9, 10 years old when the 2010 Games were on and saw the events and got hooked.
Told myself this is what I'm going to do and just fully immersed myself in to see what the possibilities could be.
She came to us, I believe she was a track and field athlete out of SFU, and she made the transition to skeleton. If it wasn't for our facility here, and if it wasn't for the sliding track at Whistler Sport Legacies, those opportunities simply wouldn't have been possible for her.
The Vancouver 2010 Games, they inspired not only new up-and-coming high-performance athletes to come out and give skeleton or any other of the sports a try, but they also inspired those of a different generation to come out and actually see and experience everything that Whistler here has to offer.
Whistler benefited by a number of different things in the Legacies. The community that we're standing in was built as the Athletes Village and is now employee housing. The highway improvements were unbelievable. And then the venues themselves, it was changing the culture of Whistler.
Having an elite sport presence in a community like Whistler really benefits the community. It becomes a community that values exercise, values sport, all the life lessons that are experienced through sport.
I love it when I see our school kids come and do a discovery program because we're introducing a sport that they would never have known if they didn't live in Whistler and we hadn't held the 2010 Games.
10 years down the road, we now have some athletes that are on, racing on an international stage, born and bred in Whistler and Pemberton for that matter, that are, have some very good long-term prospects as athletes in the sport.
Yeah, I mean, as an athlete, these hills here are perfect for racing. They train you perfectly for any type of courses.
Michael has been a long-time keen skier and probably put more days here than anybody else I can think of.
When the Olympics were here, we got to see all the top athletes from around the world compete and saw what Canadians can do with funding and with other assets like Whistler Olympic Park.
We're looking forward to our athletes that have grown up on our venues becoming the next generation of coaches, which I think, to be trained by someone who was a legacy baby, then an athlete, and now a coach is a great story for the legacies of the 2010 Games.
I love the idea of coaching. I feel like being a multi-sport athlete, coaching sports, that's my forte. And if I'm able and fortunate enough to be able to give back to skeleton, which is such a small niche sport, then I would love the opportunity to.
No question that elite level sport and the leaders within it really help create an environment where kids of all ages get involved in sport.
You never know what can happen and what can be unless you try. You might go out and fail, but you might go out and succeed, and it's one of those things that you'll never know. You got to live in the moment, and you have to live out loud and take advantage as to what's right in front of you.